Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 2, and today we will present our discussion on evaluating the user experience. We will discuss the definition of user experience, reason why we need to evaluate this aspect, how can we perform the evaluation activity, and last, the case example of these evaluation procedures. The members are Andriani, Aprilia, ELGA, Safira, and INSAN. First, we will talk about what is user experience. User experience emphasizes non-utilitarian aspect of such encounters, focusing on user effect and sensation. Therefore, as stated by Tullis and Albert, the term user experience means an interaction between the user and the tool, including the user's thoughts, feelings, and perceptions of the product or outcomes. A user experience definition has several important applications. First, it facilitates scientific discourses, especially when multiple disciplines are involved. Otherwise, communication breakdowns are inevitable. Second, it allows for the management of practical applications of user experience that must be operationalized and evaluated against measurements. And third, it aids in the teaching of the term by providing a basic understanding of its nature and scope. Next will be presented by April.
Okay, thank you, Insan. And the next one is why is it necessary to evaluate these aspects? Next. Okay. We really need to evaluate the quality of the user experience aspect of digital tools, because if we as teachers want to integrate the digital tool into lessons, sometimes students don't know how to use the tool because maybe this tool has too many features that makes the students overwhelmed rather than supporting their learning. Some students cannot open the tool on their device or browser. Many students complain about how long it takes to load the tool due to the slow school Wi-Fi or their mobile data access. Students feel frustrated, stressed, and too much class time that is wasted to figuring out the tools instead of using tools to learn. It could be concluded that the tool might not provide a good user experience to students. So we have to evaluate the user experience aspect of digital tools to find the perfect tools to support teaching and learning effectively, or to maximize the learning, minimize technology frustration, and explore ourselves to a large variety of application. Okay, the next one. How can you perform the evaluation activity will be delivered by the others?
There are 5 key features to consider when evaluating the user experience of a digital tool or application, and they may help us quickly evaluate the digital tool or application and decide whether to use it in the classroom. They are user instruction, user interface, access across devices and platforms, diversity and language support, and cost and required devices. First is user instruction. User instruction is the guide offered to new users that comes with a tool. Why is it necessary to ensure that the tool comes with good instructions before utilizing it in a classroom? Because when a tool provides good instruction, students are more willing to utilize it and feel more confident in doing so. This implies that rather than learning the tool itself, students will give their time on learning content knowledge and skills. When students get stuck in the using tools, they can just find the solution in the user instruction provided. And to evaluate user instruction, this question below need to be asked. First, how will students learn to use the tool? Does the tool provide multimodal instructions, such as images, text, and video? Third, does the tool provides interactive instructional tutorials? And then how much class time would be spent on students learning to use the tool? And last, do you need to provide additional instruction to students? And for the user interface will be delivered by April.
Okay, thank you, Insan. The second one is user interface. A tool's user interface or UI is a visual display of the tool that connects the system and the user. Digital tools that are well designed are easy to use, have a clear and simple interface, and have easily accessible settings and features. To evaluate the user interface of a new tool, these principles can be the guideline. First one is the first principle is less is more in a good user interface. Only the controls that are directly connected to the user's current needs will be included. You need to ensure that the digital tools have their features organized neatly. The second principle is what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get means that the interface should allow users to see and edit a project in a view that shows them what the finished product will look like. The third principle is sharing work with others is easy. In this principle, the interface should allow users to export file in multiple generally compatible formats. For example, PDF, JPEG, or document. So that the students will have the flexibility to upload and show their work on the different platforms. And the last principle to evaluate user interface in collaboration is collaboration. Since social learning experiences strength and promote knowledge and skill development, it is advisable to see if a tool allows several users to collaborate at the same time or one at a time. Next. The next point will be explained by ELGA.
Thank you so much, Aprilia. So the next key features to consider when evaluating the user experience of a digital tool or application is access across devices and platforms. It is very crucial to ensure a digital tool's cross-platform usability and making sure that it can operate effectively on multiple platforms, because there must be a situation in which the tool is utilized with various types of devices, or in which students will use the tool on their own devices. There are three ways to find out the cross-platform usability of a digital tool. The first one is try the tool on different devices and browsers. And then second one is evaluate mobile access, meaning that you have to make sure that the tool is compatible with mobile devices, since students commonly use their phones to complete schoolwork, especially if you will be assigning a digital tool to be utilized at home or allowing students to use their phones during class. And then the third one, confirm students have access. Make sure that every student in the class has ready access to the necessary device and the internet before assigning tools and applications for homework. Then need access to a personal computer, tablet, mobile phone, and the internet. This is to avoid unfairness, since some students may only have access to devices provided by the school, and some students may not have access to a high-speed internet connection. And the next key feature is diversity and language support. You have to make sure that students can select and use diverse icons, flags, gender marks, and characters without paying extra. Because when students can choose and use characters and icons that represents their culture, race, and other identifying characteristics, they will feel empowered in their learning. And additionally, using a tool that supports different languages can help multilingual students overcome language barriers and also promote engagement and learning. And the last key feature is costs and required devices. It is very necessary to consider the associated costs of using a digital tool when evaluating it. You need to consider whether the digital tool will need you to purchase any equipment and whether it will cost you any money upfront. Which is a monthly or yearly subscription. There are two things that need to be put into consideration when evaluating the cost of tools and applications. They are the trap of the trial and required hardware devices. Trap of trial is the situation where some tools may offer free trial, meaning that they are available for free, but only for a limited time. Therefore, you need to make sure to pay attention to what happens once the trial is over. And then consider the hardware devices. meaning that sometimes the tool itself is free, but you may need to buy more equipment to achieve the best learning results. Therefore, it is advisable to check the cost beforehand to ensure that utilizing the tool in the classroom can run smoothly and avoid any unexpected problems. Next. All right, the next slide will be presented by Safira.
Okay, the next part is case examples of the evaluation procedure that have been explained before. Next. The first one is the user experience on Canva application. Canva is an online design tool for creating professional-looking posters, slideshows, images, even flyers, resumes, cards, certificates, infographics, and other media. And this tool was created in an effort to teach the basic to the student who struggled to learn graphic design. Canva is a very popular digital tool for internet user, but with its popularity, does it have a good user experience? The answer is yes. Canva has excellent user experience, and it has already been evaluated based on the 5 features for evaluating user experience. Next. For the first feature, which is the user instruction, Canva already provides well-defined text-based instruction. It also provides step-by-step tutoring that contains interactive instructional tutorials with videos, and it can be seen from the picture that I have provided. Next. The next feature is user interface. Canva has a clear user interface that is easy to understand. Only the design functions toolbar, which can be hidden, and the project workspace are available in Canva. This user interface is simple but effective, allowing the user to concentrate on the design project. What you see here is what you get from Canva. Next. It is also easy to share your works with others using Canva. You can either download your work or you can easily copy the link and share it with others. You can also collaborate with your classmates because Canva allows users to share the link of their work and enable other users to edit it and collaborate together in real time even if they are not in the same location. In fact, when we make this presentation, we also use Canva to collaborate and work together. Next. And then Canva also allow user to export files in multiple generally compatible format. And then the next feature is access across devices and platform. Canva is available on Windows, iOS, Android, and also mobile app. And for the language support, Canva is available in 104 languages across the globe. Next. The next feature is cost and required devices. Canva is a free tool that may be used both at home and in the classroom. While that does provide a wealth of tools and features, a premium Canva Pro or Enterprise membership gives you access to far more features. Canva Pro costs about $119 per year and includes extra templates and graphic for premium members, in addition to all the free features that has been provided for the free Canva. Next. And the last feature is diverse character or icon selection. Pixabay and pixels are used by Canva to provide some varied and multicultural photos, but the diversity of symbols available is limited on Canva, even though there are already a lot of various icons that you can get. Next. The next example will be explained by Andriani.
Okay, thank you, Safira. And the next application is Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Creative Cloud is a collection of 20 more apps for photography, video design, web UX, and social media, plus integrated essential like color, Select font families and the power to collaborate with anyone and anywhere. Creative Cloud Express draws on our decades of experience working with the creative community. It makes the core technology in our industry. Leading products like Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro available with just a few clicks and with no learning curve. Next. And this below is the evaluation of Adobe Creative Cloud Express user experience. And the first is instruction. The instruction is step-by-step instruction, formatting, and editing head over to with quick action. For instance, you can remove the background from an image, stream a video, or create a memory GIF with just click. Next. And for interface, Creative Cloud Express offers access to literally millions of photos, fonts, templates, graphics, and other assets that give you a head start on any project. Finding what you need is easy through intuitive, intelligent search, and our assets are easy to remix. Next. And for access across devices and platforms, Adobe Creative Cloud Express is available on Windows, iOS, Android, and mobile apps. And for language support, Creative Cloud Express is available in the following languages, such as English, Chinese, and so on. Next. And for cost and devices, free users get access to up 1 million images and other assets, thousands of templates, and dozens of fonts. You can unclock premium features, including more than 175 million Adobe stock photos, 2,000 fonts, and access to additional applications like Photoshop Express and Premiere for $9 per month or $99 per year. And for diverse character and icon selection, Adobe will use Pixabay and Unsplash to provide a wide range of image options, which offer diverse and multicultural selection. On the other hand, there are limitations in the diversity of icons offered. Next. Okay, thank you for attention. That's all for our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.